Hey everybody, it's Drew, aka The Blue Review, and as you can see, I'm in focus. I'm looking over here. You'll see why here in just a second. I'm in focus, I'm in frame, I'm centered in frame, and all of the stuff behind me, back here, everything. I have my voice, good-ish. Over here, I am running a brand new item for this channel. Plugged into the side of my EOS Rebel T3, I have a mini, not micro, mini USB port, and it comes out and it plugs in with regular USB into the side of my Android tablet. Now, some tablets does not work with iPad, only Android right now. Some tablets will require a little adapter to plug into your micro USB or whatever if you don't have a full-size USB on your tablet. Such as a Nexus 7, it plugs into the charging port. Now, this app that I'm using is called DSLR Controller, and I believe it's made by Chainfire, I'm not for sure, but it runs the cable straight through, and as soon as I turn this camera on, app goes boop, pops up. So, I'm going to give you a little tour of it right now. So, here I'm going to turn the tablet. I'm going to bring you guys over here. And here is our tablet. And I know it's like Inception right now, and the quality's not that good because it's recording this display here. And as you can see, my finger kind of looks like a worm or whatever. It has some weird kind of whatever. So anyway, you can touch. And in the middle of recording, it's going to focus. So as you can see now, it's focused there. Here are my peaks. I can see clipping kind of up in the top range up here. And, you know, I'm clipping at the very edge of all my channels. So, see, here's all the different channels and everything. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that just to get it out of our picture. So, here's how this works. So, as you can see over here, here's the cord. It runs behind this. Here's the little edge of it right here. And then it's going into the side of my camera. So, here's the record button. You know, you press that, it'll turn this recording off. You have your thing here. This is as you can see, here's your ISO, auto, here's your exposure. Aperture's right here when you're doing photography. And I actually need to move this Jeff Dunham comedian video out of frame. Here's Amazon stuff. Got a gift card for Cyber Monday. So as you can see up here, here's this little thing. And this actually turns the shutter on the camera, just shuts it. So you can use the viewfinder specifically. Autofocus, everything over here. This is your drive mode for when you're shooting. Here is, if you click it, it'll have the one square is single shooting, multiple squares is continuous, then there's remote triggered shooting, then there's remote triggered 2-second timer shooting, and then there's just timer shooting. So, you know, here's 1x. I can't really do anything with that. I have to, as you can see here, move the lens to do everything. So if I kind of, let me actually bring you guys down just a bit. Believe there is pretty darn good. We'll focus right on the center. And as you can see, it turns green. So now you can read everything. Here's the length of my recording. Here's how many pictures you can take. As you can see here, it's going down, 9,000 on this memory card. Battery indicator of the camera, so now I don't have to look at the camera. And like I said, so now we can, if we click this, here's our overlay. We can have the whole grid pattern. I don't actually have a case for this. I have this little stand here. So as you can see, then we have our casual one. We have our, you know, our wider shot. That's a really wide shot. Here's 16:9 aspect ratio. If we do 4:3, that makes it kind of a more or less miniature feel. Here, if we just do the grid, and we'll just go back to that. That gets rid of the grid. So, let me actually show you this now. I can't really do it because I'm in the middle of recording, but this little play button, it's just like the play button on your camera. So when you click it, it's going to bring up all of your stuff, and it's going to access your memory card directly from your camera. So what that's going to do is then it's going to say, oh, okay, what do you want to view? So it has little thumbnails. And it has, this icon up here for the memory of video, or it has a little picture without that with photos. So then you choose what one, and it'll transfer it through your cord. And like I said, I am going to buy an extension cable, bigger one. So anyway, that's kind of all I can really do with, because obviously I don't have another camera to shoot this with. So I kind of can't really show you what all this thing can do. But let's go ahead and get out of this mode, and I'll try. And you know what? I can't. Well, anyway, so I'll just kind of run through a little bit of this. So when you go over to, manual mode, completely manual, you're going to have your aperture here. Now, the higher the number, so if you have a 22, which is, I'm sorry about that. So as you saw, I just had to click the record button twice. And, I'm getting ready to go eat, so I have to kind of finish this video up. I know I kind of started it just in the spasmodic moment of whatever. But over here, you have, say, a 3.5 and a 5.5, which is higher. Okay, so if you go 0, 3.5, 5.5 is higher. So the higher the number, the darker the image. So if you have a difference between a 22 and a 0 of aperture, pick a 0 if you want to actually have the light of your the picture. Here's your exposure of just actually how much light, because this does make a difference, but also aperture will, enhance that lighting. So you can say autofocus. I don't know what this does. I've constantly wondered what this is. As you can see here, if I hold it like this, I can move the focuser in different increments. So I can get it kind of close to where I need it, and then fine tune it like that. And now we're completely in focus. Here, let me actually turn this so you guys can see the whole thing. And see, this is actually a good way, see the whole bezel is lined up with the edge of the shot. So this actually gives you the range and availability to have everything centered, aligned, whatever. So what this actually is, this is an Acer Iconia tab. And Lord, I don't know how old this thing is. It has a slot here on the side. Like I said, it has the USB, lock, headphone. It has the, micro USB. Not mini. Mini is what you need for the camera, okay? Got to get that straight. So that's pretty much going to be it, you guys. I just wanted to kind of show this off. It's not going to be, you can't, there's not that much functionality when you're using the camera that's connected to it. So, yes, it's very, very effective. Yes, you do have to have an Android. And another thing is that the hot shoe that's on top of a DSLR, you can get a mount that is that to a tripod head, then buy a tripod mount for a tablet and put that on top of your hot shoe. So now you have an LCD panel used for monitoring and everything. So I can say this. I did check. The Apple version is available, but there is no functionality whatsoever. It is strictly for, like I said, that tablet holder cannot, or that phone stand cannot hold it up as well as it would need to. This thing, the iPad version, like I said, it's available, but there's no functionality. It is strictly for looking at the screen and making sure everything's the way you need it to. You can't adjust focus, you can't record, you have to do everything from the camera. Now the good thing is, if you are someone that, you vlog with a DSLR, well, you put the thing on a selfie stick, you can't click the record button unless you have, the cord into the side of it. Well, obviously, if you buy a selfie stick that has that, which I have, it's fine. But if you don't, and you just buy a selfie stick that's going to hold it, and you take off the mount and put this thing on it for the tripod, then you're screwed. So that's a really effective thing here. So as you can see, it says Acer, Iconia tab, blah, blah, blah. There's my ceiling fan. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If I set this back down, go ahead and bring this back over here. There's my shirt. Bring the lens out all the way. And now, I'm looking over here. I'm centered with everything. And as you can see, most of the stuff behind me is more blurry than my face. Focus. So, it's actually face tracking. As I move my face, I see the square kind of jittering around over here. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Remember to rate, comment, like, subscribe if you enjoyed it. My Twitter is in the description below. Make sure that you go check that out. It has all the links to the YouTube videos when they get uploaded, all past videos, everything. That's going to be it for this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.